What I wish I knew before ruining my personal brand. There's something I see new brands do that could ruin everything. Stick around and watch as I share what that is and how to overcome it. After years of creating brands and ads for startups and billion-dollar corporations, I'm sharing my knowledge of branding with you. I'm not selling a course, you're already in it. So keep watching as I'm really excited for today's topic. But first, real quick, I want to point out I'll be using the HuMade brand template kit to collect the design decisions we make today. You can find a link to that kit in the description. Okay, I know you're really interested to hear today's topic. We're talking about photography and illustration, or what design assets you should use to supplement and convey your brand. These topics are really important as doing it wrong can ruin your relationship with your audience. Why? I'll get to that starting with the value of this video. By watching, you'll learn how to define the art style of your brand. That means what sort of imagery you use. That can be photography, illustration, video, and more. First, you'll learn where to start and how to align your art style with your creative strategy. In previous videos, we established a creative strategy for your brand. Go take a look if you haven't already. We're going to leverage all of that strategy with a special focus on opportunities and differentiation and transformation. Look at those sections and remind yourself how your brand stands out from the competition and the opportunity you have to convey the transformation of your audience. By that I mean, what is your audience aspiring to become? What does their current struggle look like? What would overcoming that struggle and that transformation look like for them? By considering these things, you'll likely have an idea of what tone, look, and feel you're trying to convey. What textures, materials, lighting, subject matter, etc. would convey what you want and support the rest of your brand. Would photography be better for this, or illustrations, or another type of art? Now, what are competitors doing in the space? How can you differentiate? Do research, consider your strategy, and start to get an idea of your intent. By now, you should feel pretty inspired. There are a lot of different routes to take, and you're likely already thinking of descriptors, adjectives, and keywords that will help you search for the sort of art you have in mind. Record those in your HuMade brand template kit. There's a link to that in the description of this video. But hold up. I mentioned an amateur move that could ruin everything. And here's a hint. Does your art align with your brand values? If honesty is a value of your brand, AI likely isn't a great route to add visual elements to your brand. Likewise, overly photoshopped photography could also be seen as dishonest. And there's more to it, which I'll get into, but for now, let's get to the next step of honing your brand's art style. I honestly hope you have a lot of fun in this phase. We're going to collect and curate. Sorting out a cohesive and unique look and feel requires seeing what's out there and picking only top quality inspiration. Here's why. By collecting inspiration ahead of time, you'll start to form opinions around what matches your strategy, what's overused in your space, and what is unique or higher quality than your competition. You'll learn to refine your decisions and gain an eye for what makes your brand distinctly your brand. So let's do it. Start by collecting as many beautiful things as possible. Take pictures, make art, research photographers, look up illustrators, watch documentaries on artists, and keep track of anything else that catches your eye. Thinking about lighting, the colors used, the style, references to different time periods, etc. And then use Pinterest to collect everything. It's also a great place to find more resources. See, we're collecting inspiration, not stealing artwork, so feel free to grab everything that speaks to you and collect it there. If you've been following the other videos, use that same pin board with all of the things you like and train your eye to think about how everything in the pin board is playing together. Rearrange the board constantly and take note of any combos that jump out at you. Don't forget to curate your decisions and eliminate pins that aren't working when you see them. Keep refining and iterating, and you'll begin to see common threads that you can follow to a well-curated and consistent brand. Your photography and illustration choices are directly related to other visual identity decisions like color and even typography. Keep track of everything in the HuMade brand template kit. There's a link in the description. So now, your Pinterest board should be brimming with ideas. Better yet, you've likely discovered real human artists who made those pins. But why does that matter? I'm happy you asked. Next, we're going to talk about executing original art for your brand. That means creating distinct assets and design elements that you can reuse across your marketing materials. As you learn to create art for your brand and utilize it in your materials, you'll also learn what resonates with your audience and where you should iterate. Here's what you can do. Consider contacting artists to create original art for your brand. Doing so will give you a unique and professional advantage, especially nowadays where most brands are in a race for mediocrity. Utilizing work made for your brand will make you look special. There are many ways to get in touch with artists. You can search on stock sites, which usually feature the artist's name and a link to their personal website. Or, utilizing the descriptors and keywords you use to find the inspiration for your brand assets, you can search portfolio websites like Dribbble or Instagram. If you aren't ready for original art yet, try paid stock or markets that sell creative assets. I've included plenty of links in the cheat sheets. If budget is a big concern, there are also free stock and illustration sites you can utilize for now. Those descriptors and keywords come in handy here too, though it might be harder to find assets that aren't used by a lot of other brands. Download the HuMade Stock and Art cheat sheet. It features tips and resources to locate things you can use right away to get a more professional looking brand. You see, utilizing professional and original artwork like photography and illustrations is the key to standing out as a pro brand. But why is that? It comes down to trust. AI, Photoshop, and low quality assets will make you look like an amateur. If there are quality concerns and a lack of attention to detail in the artwork that you use, your audience is smart enough to notice. When I first started out, sometimes I thought, this isn't good enough, it's just the internet. But people notice when you cut corners and don't show up for the task. Once you match the quality level you're trying to sell and live the values you've established for your brand, your audience will notice. You'll get business at the same level of quality as what you put out. I hope you found this video really helpful and would love to hear your thoughts about how brands use art to convey their message. Stick around, there are a few more videos in the series. Or, if you're ready for some assistance standing out, I would love to help you transform your brand. But don't go anywhere quite yet. I have a few gifts for you in the credits. Thank you for watching. Today's educational resource of the day is The World of Edena by Moebius. And if you guessed that today's color would be hex BFC3CE, you were right. Comment a fog emoji with what you think this color should be called. Thanks for watching. Visit humade.net for more templates and tips.